AITA for having a photo of my son's DNA test framed and hanging in the living room. I am 32, met my wife 3 years ago. We got married 9 months ago. We have a baby boy together that she got pregnant with while we were engaged. My wife used to be a sex worker. No judgment on that, please. She did what she had to do to survive. My parents were always being skeptical about her and lot of times asked if I want to settle down with her. When she got pregnant, they went nuts and demanded a DNA test. They refused to attend the wedding till the DNA test was done, which caused a huge problem. They ended up missing the wedding, obviously. The test was done because my wife wanted to prove a point, and eventually my parents made amends and we reconciled. They started visiting and yesterday noticed the photo of the DNA test that I hang in the living room. They asked about it and I told that it serves as a reminder for why they didn't attend my wedding. They were stunned and livid when I mentioned that I tell any guest the same thing I told them. Mom and Dad were mad and asked me repeatedly to take it down, saying I'm being too harsh on them and refusing to let go of the past, as well as embarrassing them to the other family members. I refused to take it down, and I admit being sarcastic in my response, saying, "It goes with the Hoy's decor." Quote. They begged, then refused to come over anymore till I remove it. My brother thinks it's petty and childish and said I should take it down. Alright, I'm editing some stuff in. First of all, my wife does not mind having the photo up. She laughs about it sometimes, but she's still carrying some hurt that was caused by what happened. And second of all, no, she no longer does sex work, it's all in the past. And did I mention that my brother and I aren't close? He's known as the crackhead in the family. So that's that. Info. How does your wife feel about her past being a continued topic for public conversation? That's really the only thing that matters. NTA, is it petty? Yes it is. Is it your right to be petty? Yes it is. Info. Does your wife mind it up? Edit. NTA. NTA, it's my kinda petty. But take it down before your child is old enough to notice and ask questions. Take it down saying I'm being too harsh on them and refusing to let go of the past. Funny how that only works when it's in favor of them, but not when they were asked to let go of the fact that your wife did what she had to survive. NTA. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. I'm not sure, since it depends on your wife's feelings. Info. Does your wife approve of the new decor? You're refusing to let go of the past. A bit rich coming from the parents who demanded a DNA test because they couldn't let go of your wife's past. NTA. Info. How does your wife feel about it? They begged, then refused to come over anymore. Lol. Print their texts and frame it right next to the DNA test. NTA. NTA. Some people might think this is petty. And it is. But I love that they missed your wedding, which was also petty. If hanging this up in your house brings you joy, you go get that joy. NTA. They massively overstepped. Even if you weren't the father, that would be between you and your wife. It would be no one else's business. NTA. But please take it down when your kid gets older. He doesn't need to know. NTA. I find it pretty telling by their attitude towards the DNA test isn't out of shame for how poorly they treated your wife for being a former sex worker, but rather what other people would think of them. I'd have a sit down with your parents and find out what they still think of your wife. Because personally, I wouldn't want my parents near my child if they're gonna view my partner as lesser than. You're the one being too harsh on them. Not letting go of the past and embarrassing them in front of the family? That's rich. NTA. NTA people in this thread don't understand setting boundaries with parents late game. This is how you do it. Giving in and taking it down is just going to enable them to think they can return to being snobs. To wife. Next time tell them, you should be embarrassed. You should be ashamed. That's the point. I'm glad to see you are capable. My wife will decide when I've made my point and you'll thank her. Info. Thoughts from the wife? NTA. Frankly, I would take it down. And then only put it up when they visited. But I'm petty that way. NTA. But it is pretty petty. Imagine explaining this to your child when they are older. I would be embarrassed. NTA. But I would take it down when child's older, as they don't need to know how their grandparents felt at a young age.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.